Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, guide us to, through, and along the straight path. This profound statement begins with a plea to Allah to guide us. And that guide us is actually two things at the same time. If you take note of the previous ayah, we made two declarations to Allah. We are ready to be your slaves and we need your help. Those are the two essential things, right? Well, the first act of a slave is to find out what the master wants. So guide us is actually our first declaration as slaves. Ya Allah, you're going to tell us what to do now because we're your slaves. So guide us. And on the other hand, when we asked Allah for help, the ultimate help you can get from Allah, the greatest help that solves all the other problems in your life, is guidance. So it's actually a completion of both those things that came before. We're ready to be your slaves and help us. Well, how will we be your slaves? By your guidance. And how will you help us? By your guidance. That's why ihdina is important. It's also beautiful that we asked Allah for guidance not just for me alone, we asked for guidance for all of us. It's like we're concerned for the people around us when we made this prayer. We're concerned for our cousins, our uncles, our neighbors, our friends, our family, people around us. It wasn't selfish when we asked for guidance. So that's the beauty of the words ihdina. And if you go a little bit forward, you find ihdina sirata, guide us to the path. That path, that road, the word sirat is used for a road that's completely straight. There are no turns, which means this road, it's hard to get to, but once you're on it, it's very clear to see where it's headed. There's no confusion left. There's no confusing turns or unexpected complications on this road. It's very clear. It's not that people don't get off this path because somehow they got confused. They get off this path because something else pulled them into a wrong direction. And the other amazing thing about sirat, the fact that it's a straight road, but it's also a wide road, which goes back to guide us. Because a wide road is only beneficial if a lot of people are going to travel on it, right? And what really fascinates me is the word sirat already means straight path. But the Arabic word as-sirat al-mustaqim, because we say ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, the word al-mustaqim actually also translates into straight. But what's commonly not captured in the English translation is the word mustaqim comes from qama, which means straight up. You're asking for a road, and the image of that road is you're heading upwards, which means you're leaving your lowly habits behind. You're leaving worldly, materialism behind. You're leaving some of your selfishness behind. You're leaving things that kept you low behind. And as you travel this road, you're constantly moving up. But the challenge with moving up is gravity is always going to be pulling at you. It's always going to be pulling down towards you. You're asking Allah for a road that clearly demands struggle. If you're going on a road that's flat or it's heading downhill, gravity will do the work for you. But if you're heading on a road that goes upwards, gravity is working against you. You're being pulled back towards this world. Here you are on a road towards Allah, and there are things in this world that just want to suck you back in, right? And so you're asking Allah for that road. The last thing I want to share with you here, my favorite part of this ayah, is you're supposed to, whenever you ask for directions, you ask directions for a destination. Could you guide me to the airport? Could you guide me to the university? Could you guide me to the home, your address? You never ask for guidance to a road. We asked Allah for guidance to a path. Why not just ask Him for heaven itself? Guide me to heaven. That's the destination, right? Guide me to you. But Allah says, guide me to the road. This is one of the most beautiful things about this ayah. Why? Because once you are guided to a road, you are telling people, and you're telling yourself, I'm going to be at a different part of this road, somebody else is going to be on a different part of this road, some people are going to be walking fast, some people are going to be super slow, some people are going to be on rocket speeds, and that's okay, so long as we're on the road. If it was destination, everybody's failed until they reach the destination. But if it's a road, so long as somebody's on that road, and some people are far ahead and some people are far behind, and that's completely okay because they're still on this journey. In doing so, Allah has acknowledged that not all of us are the same level. Some people have a much more difficult life, and even them taking one step on this road is huge. And for some other people, 1,000 steps are no big deal. And none of them should compare themselves to each other and say, man, this one's so much better than I am, I should be like them. No. So long as you're on the road, you're okay. There's an incredible bit of hope inside of the words, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. May Allah help us fulfill that and guide us not only to this road, but along this road and all the way to the end of this road, which leads to Him. Barakallahu li wa lakum.